I refuse to let my mom wear white to my wedding, even though she claims it's her last chance to feel beautiful. So I'm 23 and getting married in 2 months. My fiance Josh and I have been together since college, and honestly, the whole wedding planning thing has been pretty chill, except for one giant problem: my mom. Look, me and my mom have never been super close. She's always been kind of, I don't know how to describe it, weird about attention. Like when I graduated high school, she spent the whole party talking about how she looked better in her graduation photos. When I got my first real job, she made it about how she was making more money at my age. It's exhausting. But when I got engaged 6 months ago, something in her just snapped. She started making these comments about my ring. Like she'd hold her hand up next to mine and go, "Huh, mine has more sparkle." Josh's ring cost him 3 months of saving, but apparently that wasn't enough for her standards. Then she started with the body stuff. I'm a size 8 and pretty happy with how I look, but suddenly she's texting me workout plans and asking if I'm really gonna eat that when we meet for lunch. She sent me a link to a juice cleanse with a message that just said, "Might help before the big day." I didn't even respond to that one. The worst part was when she said, completely seriously over dinner at Olive Garden, that my wedding was as much her day as mine. I literally choked on a breadstick. Josh kicked me under the table because I was about to say something mean. I just asked what she meant, and she went on about how she's been dreaming of this day since I was born, and she deserves to feel special too. I should have known something was coming. 3 weeks ago, she called and said she found her dress and wanted to show me. I drove over to her apartment after work, and she had it laid out on her bed. A white dress. Not like cream or ivory or champagne. White. Bright, wedding dress white. Floor length with lace sleeves and a train. I just stared at it. She was smiling so big like she was waiting for me to congratulate her or something. I said, "Mom, you can't wear that." Her smile dropped. She asked why not. I told her because it's white, and it looks exactly like a wedding dress, and that's literally the one thing you're not supposed to wear to someone else's wedding. It's like the only rule everyone knows. She got really quiet. Then her eyes started watering, and she sat down on the bed and said this was her last chance to feel beautiful before she gets old. She's 49, by the way, not exactly 1 foot in the grave. She started crying for real and saying I was selfish and that she never gets to feel special, and this was the one time she could wear something that made her feel pretty. I felt bad for like 2 seconds until I remembered she wore a sequined red dress to my cousin's wedding last year and got hit on by 3 different guys. She's not exactly struggling in the feeling beautiful department. I told her I'd go shopping with her and help her find something elegant that wasn't white, something that would actually make her look good instead of making everyone at the wedding whisper about her. That's when her whole vibe changed. She stood up and her face went hard, and she told me I was controlling and ungrateful. Said after everything she's done for me, I can't even let her have this one thing. I asked what exactly she'd done for me that meant she earned the right to wear white to my wedding, and she told me to get out of her apartment. I called Josh on the drive home, and he said absolutely not. She's not wearing that dress. My maid of honor Kelly said the same thing. She even offered to run interference on the day if my mom showed up in it anyway. But then my Aunt Linda called me yesterday. She said my mom's really hurt and threatening not to come to the wedding at all. She said I should just let her wear what she wants to keep the peace, that it's not worth losing my mom over a dress. I told Linda that if my mom doesn't come, that's her choice, and I'm not backing down on this. It's not about the dress really. It's about her needing to make everything about herself and me finally saying no. My mom's been posting vague stuff on social media about ungrateful children and brides who forget where they came from. My dad, who I barely talked to because they divorced when I was 12, even called to say I should just let it go. He never calls.